I find watching Geoguessr gameplay super relaxing. Super relaxing. I thought, why not make it even more relaxing by making it ASMR. In case you don't know, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it is a sort of tingly feeling. So autonomous stands for spontaneous, sensory for the sensations. Meridian signifies a peak, and response is referred to an experience triggered by something external or internal. It's just a response, a trigger, a trigger. And Geoguessr is a game where you get dropped somewhere in the world with Google Maps coverage, and you have to figure out where you are. So let's get into it. Let's get started. So this is the landing page of the game. I don't really play the game, so I'm going to suck at this game. But I do like watching content of it, so we'll see how I'm going to do. I do like how I made my little guy look here. Look at him. He looks very cool. I'm quite pleased with this. Okay. One thing I do know is that the world map sucks. So we will be playing a community world. I know this guy, I've heard of him. Yeah. I actually did not bring my mouse with me, so we will be playing no move. First thing we're gonna do here, music off. Alright. This is our first location. As you can see, we can look around. We can zoom in. Let's look at these people. You can see. What are those cows or camels? Are those camels? That's... wow. Which countries have camels, guys? It's clearly an African country. There is a sign here. Ooh. Okay, zooming without a mouse is a little bit difficult, but we will make it. Okay, this says Guarella something. I can't quite read that, but it is very sandy. It's a little bit of a red soil, and it is not Ghana. Could this be Kenya, maybe? It's very, very dry. So we're thinking Africa. A very, very dry region, so it could be South Africa, could be Kenya. I don't think it's Tunisia because you usually get city coverage there. Ghana is very green, as you can see, as is Nigeria, is quite green, although there are some dark parts up there. Let's try this part. And I don't see any mountains at all. It is very flat. Is Kenya flat? I actually don't know. Let's just try Kenya and see. Okay. That's not too bad. Oh, I guess I should have shown you guys the result and what it means, but I'll do that on this one. Okay. Now we actually have some more greenery. Very red soil again, as you can see here. Let's see. Is that the Ghana black tape? Could it be? I think it is. Yeah, it's like folded over like that too. Okay. So that is what geoguessers would call a meta. There is this Google car that has the camera on it that drives around the country, and in Ghana it has this piece of black tape. So now I know it is Ghana. It is green. There's a bit of a hill. Seems like a fairly big road, and not in a city though, so let's see. Ghana. We want a green part with big roads. How big do you guys reckon this road is? Also, it's going east-west. It's an east-west road. So going from this way to that way. Let's have a look. Like this. Or... oh my gosh, this trackpad is annoying. There is a lot of east-west roads, so I don't know. We'll just guess here and see. It was an even more major road. That makes sense. That does make sense. So if we zoom out, you can see the little flag is where the location was, and where my little guy is where I guessed. And we are 69 kilometers away. Let's go to the next one. This looks nice. I like the terrace farming. I always think that looks very pretty. There's a motorbike, there's yellow road lines. That's a strange truck. I've never seen a truck like that. This is not a country I've visited, I can tell you that. I'm just looking at the plans, because I wouldn't really know how to recognize bamboo, but I think this is bamboo. So do we think this could be Asia with the terrace and the bamboo? I don't know anything about this car. Let's look at the license plates. They are not long, not short. I think they're medium sized. They're kind of fat. And we are driving on the right. Okay, let's just see an Asian country driving on the right. So nothing ex-UK vibes. Could it be Indonesia? I don't know. Could it be Vietnam? Cambodia? Could it even be Thailand? I haven't traveled in Asia really, so I don't know. I think I will just go Cambodia. Oh, it wasn't Asia at all. It was Guatemala. Wow. That's a nice latitude guess though. Yeah, that is unfortunate. The other side of the world almost. this looks nice. I like this. We have some mountains. We have someone coming out of a car. Oh, look at these pink rings. That's cool. Would you guys say these are mountains or hills? As a person that it's from a country without any mountains, these would be mountains in my opinion. Okay, we have a church, it looks like. What is this sign? It's a pedestrian crossing, but it's not the European one. Ours are blue. But you have this thing. Is there language on here? It's too small. What do the people look like? I mean, it's beautiful. I just would not know where this is. We have some pines. Could it be Canada? Could it be the USA? I don't see a blue strip. I don't think so. Let's check for the European tab. It's just the white road lines are a bit weird. But it's not Europe, surely not. No, but this house never. I think I am going to go Canada or northern US. What do we? What do you guys think? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? What if it's all wrong again and it's like here or something? Could it be? The white road lines are confusing me. Should I just go crazy and do Argentina? Surely not. Surely not. I think it's just a weird road here. Looks like here. I've driven around the Toronto area. It could be those mountains. It could be the Toronto mountains. It just looks so strange though. If you were to guess, where would you go? Where would you go? Would you go near Toronto? New York? Would you go Vancouver? Seattle? Vancouver Island? Would you go Portland? Would you go in Alberta? I'm going to go. I truly have no clue. I'm gonna go here. It was New Zealand? No way. No way. I always forget New Zealand and Australia exist. There's so many pine trees. I didn't know there were pine trees on New Zealand. Okay, well, that explains a lot. We have a dry climate with some this is like a climbing weed that I've seen in Europe. What is this? We have palm trees. This is on the left, but it's just for that turn, I guess. We can check the sun. I always forget. The sun is in the south. It's kind of above us. I don't know if that would count as south. Probably. So that would mean we're in the northern hemisphere. I was thinking maybe something like Spain. Do these look like Spanish trees to me? Kinda. I've been to Spain many times, so I feel like I would recognize the trees a bit. Could it be Croatia? Something like that. Palm trees. I've never seen too many palm trees in Spain. And I don't really remember them seeing them over here in Europe at all. I don't think so. And Spain can get quite mountainous. I'm trying to zoom out. It can get quite mountainous here. And when I drive to Portugal, I go like here, I think. Here it's quite mountainous too. I'll go... What do we see in the distance? More mountains or ocean? I think it's more mountains. Okay. It was the Philippines. See, I told you guys I was gonna suck. I am so bad at this. Let's try again. And maybe I can get a better score. And I have to say, now I can see how difficult this game actually is. I don't know how people play this game and are really good at it. I don't know how the pros do it. I don't know how they do it. You know, when you play a game like this, you're also more inclined to guess places you've been or places that you know. So, I've never been to the Philippines or New Zealand, so I would just never guess there. Okay, this is another beautiful location. I quite like this. St. Marie's Church. Okay, and we have a 30 sign. Do they use kilometers in Australia? Don't really know. Because we have wide road lines. And we are driving. We're driving on the left. Looking at that sign. And this sign. We are driving on the left. So now we did learn that New Zealand has pines, so do we just go there again? Oh my gosh! I learned something. It was the north of New Zealand, but I'm very happy with that, even though it is still 877 kilometers away. Alright. With this bit, right? Not sure. Some interesting trees. I like those. We have a car with a yellow plate. Wide road lines. We're driving on the left again. Is this New Zealand again, or Australia? Where are the Europe rounds, guys? Just give me Europe and I will know where it is. Okay, it looks pretty green, so where would we go where it is hot but pretty green? Okay. Just outside of Sydney there. I am just happy to get the country right at this point. I'm really pleased with this. This is going much better than the last game so far. Knock on wood. Okay, we are in a dry place again with African looking people. They're just chilling there. They're chilling. Ooh, some red flowers in this tree. That's pretty. Alright. I cannot read that. So it's dry, but not too dry. We have a cute house like that. Probably tells you what kind of country it could be with a house like this. I do not know, unfortunately. I do not know. We are not being followed. Is this maybe South Africa? Let's just try. Because I don't really know. It was Kenya. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was quite green, and I clicked in a very dry part. That was not a good guess. That was not a good guess. It was not a good guess. Some lovely pine trees again. Some autumn going on. I like that. Oh, we have a caravan. Gravel road. Birch. What is going on? I'm always very curious about what kind of stuff people have around their place, you know, or leave around their property. A sign? What does that say? Frick. I want to read it. P-N. I don't know. It looks like Latin script though. Right? Ooh. This looks like it could be Hannah Lee Duggan's house. If you know, you know. She lives in the US. It could be the US. I don't mind that. Let's look at the car again. Yeah, maybe US. Maybe Canada. I don't know. I mean, it looks like mountains, right? Even though we cannot really see the mountains, it feels like we're in the mountains, so maybe here. It was Canada, way up north. Wow. Near Flin Flon. Is that a real place name? Okay, where was this? There's nothing here. There's just lakes. There's just little lakes. Sheridan. That was cool. And a cold lake. That's everything going on here. A cold lake. And a camp lake. Beautiful place though. Would not even mind living there, to be honest. All right. Ooh. This is why I love this game. This is why I love this game. Just look at all the pretty things in the world and all the pretty locations we get to see. Isn't that great? So you're driving on a road with a yellow road line and trees almost hugging us. This road is being hugged by a row of trees, a forest of trees. Yellow, white. Can't really see that one. This is a taxi with numbers on it. So maybe the yellow one is just because it's a taxi. And I see some red, potentially a red bus. We are driving right. This means there could be snowfall here in the winter, right? Am I tripping? I think that's right. Yeah. I have never seen anything like this. So now the question is this Asia or South America? Does it feel low? It does not, does it? I don't know. These cars feel almost European except the sort of pickup truck thingy. So I think it's not gonna be Asia just based off the cars. Yeah, let's guess in Antarctica. Now, where could this be? Mountainous, pretty summer, but we'll get snow in the winter. It must be further here. Wait, let's check the sun. Where's the sun? It is in the south? Really? Okay, so we must be in the northern hemisphere. Mexico doesn't get snow. Maybe the things on the side of the road are something else then. Okay, a little bit mountainous. Where could it be? I don't know this part of the world at all. I think just playing odds, we go Mexico. White on the outside though. I don't know. It was Asia. Wow. And what is this, a Korean island or a Japanese island? Or is that a touchy subject? Seems to be a Korean island. Wow. I did not even know there was an island here. What is the island called? Jeju-do. Jeju-do. If you know any Korean, let me know if that is the correct pronunciation. Maybe it is a Japanese island because these signs don't look too Korean. See, if you look the signs here, there's more round bits. Maybe it could be actually. It could be. I know this little, oh yeah, it gets smaller if you zoom in, but this little one, it looks like a guy walking, and in Mandarin that would be ren. And ren means person. So that is interesting to see in a place name. I mean, it does not look the same, does it? It's very connected to Korea, but the language looks different. Okay, let's see how we did. Can I see my results, like, without this? Can this go? Can I just... What is this? Oh, the emojis. No. What is the hook emoji? Why would you ever... Okay, let me try to play one more game. I'll try to be very descriptive of what I'm seeing. Sort of rambly. Okay, so first location here, I see a very pretty road. We're looking directly into the sun. And the sun seems to be in the north, which means we're in the southern hemisphere. I see a lot of windmills. Interesting. A little bit of red soil. The road quality looks alright, not too bad, not too good. You can see some cracks here. It looks like we're driving on the right, which is confusing me a little bit if we're in the southern hemisphere. Maybe that's not the sun. I mean, it must be. Interesting. Okay, the soil is a little bit red. We see grass landscape with some wooden gates, wooden poles, and some trees. These trees look kind of dead, or it is autumn, but I think those are just dead trees. And then we have some more luscious trees and bushes over here. There's some water going on, so it's not a too dry place. And we have a white number plate. Oh, okay. So it is very bright and blue in the sky. There's a big billboard in the distance. So where could this be? Southern hemisphere driving right. So not Australia, not New Zealand. I don't think it looks like Africa. Could it be? I don't think so. I think it's gonna be South America. And then where could this be? It looks cold, and also with the windmills, it looks very well developed. And honestly giving European vibes. But you know, obviously it's not Europe. Wish I could see any houses. It's also very flat. No mountains. Where could it be? Kind of luscious, but flat. It looks kind of flat here, maybe. So Uruguay. Is this flat? You know, I've never guessed Uruguay before, so let's just try. Whoa. Gosh. I'm very happy with that. Even though it was the wrong country, it was Argentina. For me, this is really close. Okay, we are in a city finally. Some milk tins going on. We have someone with the low-rise jeans and a little bit of a boot cut going on. Green shirt, pink tank top underneath. Slay. Okay, this is probably gonna be very useful. Tico Odoko Aristoteles. Like Aristotle. Miguel. Miguel is on a lot of these, I feel like. Is that Miguel as well? Or is that another person? No, that is Miguel. Okay, so we need to vote Miguel. And the houses are colorful. The road is very interesting. This is a very distinctive road. I don't think it's Europe. Let me start by saying that. It's definitely not Europe. No front plate. It is very pretty though. We have some sort of church, probably. And another one there. Yeah, it looks kind of like an Orthodox church. I don't think it's... So, let's check the sun. Sun is south-ish. So then I think it would just be Mexico or Guatemala. But we don't have a car at all, right? Should we just go Mexico City, or could it be Cuba? Because there's old cars. And I don't know a lot about Cuba, but I do know there's old cars there. Or Dominican Republic. Venezuela? Is that in Geoguessr? I actually don't know if it is. Could be Colombia. I kind of like Colombia, honestly. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm just gonna... it was Mexico. Okay. It was, not Leon, but... what is this town called? Valle de Guadalupe. Now, if you ever want to see a beautiful town like that, now you know where to go. Ooh, some more beautiful hills. I just keep being impressed by mountains and hills every time. We have some fruit trees going on, it looks like. We have some shacks. We are in the EU. Could this be the Alps, perhaps? Or is this more Eastern Europe? I don't think it looks like the Alps, actually, now that I'm looking at the houses. And it's not, there's a hill here, but it's not that hilly. So, Eastern Europe. There is a holy pole. I did learn something about that. I did learn something about poles with holes in them, but I do not remember. Was it here? Yeah. So I think it's Eastern Europe. I don't think it's up here, like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. I don't think it's there. It's hilly, but not super mountainous. Let's just go here. Was it Romania? It was Romania. Wow, this looks quite mountainous on the map still. Well, I guess the mountains are here and here. Close to Brasov. Brasov. Okay. I can live with that. Ooh, this looks very Nordic, very distinctive. It looks like a fisher's town, in my opinion. I could probably get some delicious fresh fish here. Could this be one of the islands? Or, like, I guess it is an island. Iceland is an island, technically, right? Could it be this or Faroe Islands? I know does have coverage. I thought Iceland was kind of flat for some reason. My memory. Iceland is kind of flat. Could it maybe just be Norway? No, there's no trees at all. Yeah, that's how you know. And we are looking at the ocean, and there's literal icebergs in the distance. Is that correct? Is that what that is? Is that pieces of ice? Wow. Okay, the ocean is southwest and north. We are on like something like this or something. It's more so west-ish. So maybe here, here. This. I think it's still kind of inland. It was Greenland! No! That's really cool. That's really pretty. It was a little island in Greenland, and it does have an airport. And it has 2 hotels. And that's it. Polar bear sightseeing. Wow. Okay, so if you want to see polar bears and some pretty colorful houses, it's all the way up there. Let's go to the next one. And the last one, because you guys probably can't stand looking at me sucking at this game any longer. Okay, it is quite dry, but there is some plants. It looks like clay almost. We have a chicken running around, and we have some people. Oh, and there's language here. People's party. Is this Thai? Possibly. I know Thai is kind of round. The Thai language has a lot of round shapes. Lots of people on motorbikes and scooters. The road is not concrete, so there was some English too. Huh. That says Cambodia. I mean, yeah, looks pretty much the same. So let's just go to the capital. Do we think it could be anywhere else? What does this say? I can't read that. It's quite a major road. I don't think going to capital was a bad idea here. It was all the way here. Wow. But it was Cambodia. Okay, let's see how we did. We did a little bit better. Do that. Breakdown? Breakdown. Ah, okay. Yeah, so this was just so lucky. We found a Cambodia thingy here. I switched off Romania, which is kind of sad. And then this was probably super distinctive, but I just didn't know it. I still went to Iceland, which is not too bad. And then the Mexico, yeah. I can't tell South American and Middle American countries apart at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me, and I'll see you next time. 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 Goodbye.